All right, good morning, guys. Sean here with Blue Ridge Silverhound, and today we're going to talk about the Business Strike S Mint coins. These were produced at the San Francisco Mint and were only available in a limited capacity. The coins themselves are relatively low mintage, but I figure I'd afford you guys the opportunity to know a little bit more about these coins because there have been a few folks that have been coming across these, just going through pocket change, perhaps going through bank rolls, and the S Mint coins, which are not proof, because when we normally associate a San Francisco minted coin these days, it's going to be a proof or something to that effect, some sort of special strike, and that's where a lot of those particular coins are produced at, is at the San Francisco Mint. But for a very short period, as a matter of fact, as of this year, it's been 10 years since the U.S. Mint had reintegrated a business strike S Mint coin, in spite of the fact that it never got released directly into circulation like the West Point coins that we all know and love. These particular coins right here were only available through the U.S. Mint. And it's been since what, the 1981 S Susan B. Anthony was the last known S Mint circulation coin that was produced. That was a good while ago. So let's talk a little bit about the difference between business strike or circulation strike. They're kind of like one and the same, to some of the other special strikes, like your proof, your reverse proof, things like that. The proof coins are produced with a process where they're struck twice, and that's why they're able to get the super hammered details out of the coins. Furthermore, the dies were prepped specifically to give off some absolutely beautiful contrasting cameo devices. And what cameo means is that the design of the coin itself, all of the raised areas that are in relief, were sandblasted. I don't know if that's the case today. I know sandblasting was the thing of yesteryear, and that's how they were able to replicate a frosty appearance to these devices. I think because of technology, when they laser engrave or do whatever they need to do with the dies, that's all part of the process now, and they probably don't sandblast the actual devices to get that texture or that surface, which will be frost on a coin. So the dies were specially prepared for these different strikes, and yeah, they were all produced in one facility. Now, business strikes were coins that, in a way, were supposed to be produced for circulation. All right. Think of it, and I have great examples here. This is actually a P-Mint roll, Philadelphia. Um, this is the Salt River Bay quarter of 2020. This is actually a roll that came directly from the U.S. Mint. So this is what this looks like. Has the name of the national park right there. The mint mark, P-Mint, face value, and that's what it looks like. And as you can see, the coins give off a very satiny finish. Okay, reminiscent of any new coins that you would normally find in circulation the moment that they're released. So that's what these look like. These aren't special strikes. The dies were prepared so that way they would get abused and used until it did its job. All right, they have certain quotas on the amount of coins that they were going to be producing for each denomination, for each, I guess, program design. Program being, this is the America the Beautiful program, and the design is the Salt River Bay, the mangrove trees. You guys are familiar with this. It's already a 2-year-old design, but that's the P Mint. Now, they also made a D Mint, which I do have somewhere around here. But hey, check this out. They also made S-Mint. All right, so this is the S-Mint Salt River Bay, America the Beautiful, Business Strike finish, $10 face value. These were traditionally sold in packs of 3. So it had the Philadelphia, the Denver, and then finally the San Francisco. As you can see, this one has the mangrove trees on there as well. This particular program of S-Mint circulation coins, when I did some digging, really was it didn't make any sense to make these. The big reason why, and you would have to actually go and research like on PCGS.com, because there's guys like, I guess, Jamie Hernandez, or maybe it's Jaime Hernandez. He's one of the professionals that works at PCGS, had noted that these coins were sold in rolls of 40, or 40 count per roll, or 100 count coin bags. The Mint offered this new product hoping to make the coins more attractive to collectors. Now, the funny part is, you guys know the America the Beautiful series started in 2010. It was a program that was ready to go after the territory quarters of 2009. These had already passed through legislation as another series, a very long one, 10 years. It's already over. It's been over since last year. But the S-Mint circulation coins didn't start in 2010. You would actually have to go to 2012 with the first quarter design of that year. The L-Yun-K ATB quarter was the first one to have the S-Mint treatment done to it. Something else you gotta know. People are buying these. They're going through them. But ultimately, some of these are making their way into circulation. People will look at them and see, that they're not silver or anything like that. These are actually copper nickel clad. Really not a whole lot of fanfare with the composition. It's just the same old stuff that we're used to seeing just out of regular circulation coins, P&D Mint. But with these coins, people are going through them. They're looking for the highest grade specimens, and they're actually sending them off to get graded. Now, the ATB S-Mint quarters are not high mintage. The L-Yun-K had actually a very reasonable mintage. I believe it was like 1.4 million or some number right above that. But this right here was the max. The 2020 era of quarters had a mintage of 2 million per design. And people could only buy these through the U.S. Mint, either by buying the 3-roll set. You would have to get the 3-roll set with also the P&D mints, or the 100 coin bag. But keep in mind, the 100 coin bag, all the coins are loose in a bag. They put it in a box, and you're kind of really left with coins that don't look too desirable at the end of the day. Normally, people who cared about grading, they wouldn't buy the individual 100 coin bags for that purpose. They'll usually stick with the rolls like this because the coins are all compressed together. They're not, clanging and banging against each other like the edge of the coin. When it makes contact to the face of the coin, that's where a lot of the damage is done. And therefore, those coins probably won't grade better than like Mint State 64. And you guys know it's a very registry set driven world when it comes to modern graded coins. And people want the best. They want the Mint State 68s and 69s and all this great stuff. Coins that they know is top of the mark. They'll pay $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 for those coins. And then there you go. Now, there's been some speculation because, as you guys know, we are in a brand new program. Okay, we are in the American Women Series of Quarters. And they are also making S-Mint coins for the American Women's Series of Quarters. Here's a little bit of a caveat, though. It's been rumored and speculated that the mintages on S-Mint quarters for the American women's series is right around 300,000. If you guys have been paying attention to the actual market for the rolls, and by the way, these things today are only available if you've joined the enrollment program through the US Mint, because they sell out through the enrollment program, that there's none available for when the product actually comes out for consumers to just go to the website and buy these. But 300,000 ish kind of mintage is what's speculated on this. They have a number of these that are highly constrained as far as the mintages. I don't know what the rhyme or reason to that is. They do know that they've sold out, but we've also gone through a pandemic period where things were a little strange with supply issues, rising inflated costs for making coins, and then just the uptick in interest in the hobby as a whole, all played this weird, kind of scenario where the mintages have dropped on these, and the individual rolls, albeit $10 face, these are selling individually for like 50 to $100 online. And it really depends on the design. The first couple, the Maya Angelou and the Sally Rides, are still selling for quite a bit more money. But the more recent ones that we've seen, like the Wilma Mankiller, and then the newest one that's out right now, Otero Warren. Those particular rolls have settled in that $50-$60 range for just the S-Mint coins. And there's a lot more desirability for the new ones of 2022 because of the graded component. If we're talking about less coins produced, what does that do for the prospect of finding some top flight, top pop coins for grading? Well, it drops your chances considerably, right? Because you're dealing with less coinage, more expensive raw coinage that you have to invest into just to be able to find one coin or two coins or maybe 5 or 6 that are going to be decent candidates to send off to PCGS. Again, grading moderns is not for the faint at heart, okay? The very reason why that people do this is to help feed the registry set market. And, and because of that, we've seen some pretty high-end examples of the brand new 2022 S-Mint American Women Quarters sell for multiple thousands of dollars. I mean, they are out there, and there is a genuine need for those for the Washington Quarter registries, which is, aside from the Lincoln Cents, it's probably third place of most widely collected coins in as far as U.S. coinage. I would say it's Lincoln Cents, Jefferson Nickels, and the big driver for that is Full Steps, and then Washington Quarters. But it's close. Like nickels and quarters are like neck and neck as far as how many people are currently involved with those particular sets. So hopefully I was able to address a lot of what needed to be addressed with these S-Mint coins. Again, plenty of them were made from 2012 all the way up to 2021, which closed it out with the Tuskegee Airmen. As a matter of fact, I'm not even sure if they did an S-Mint Tuskegee Airmen quarter. Let me see here real quick. Not really sure. So the Washington crossing to Delaware, no data found on that one. I'm on PCGS's website. Let's check out Tuskegee Airmen. Yeah, for whatever reason, they don't have Washington crossing to Delaware on there. But Tuskegee Airmen was the lone single last release for 2021, and that was it. Yeah, they did make an S-Mint. There is an S-Mint Tuskegee Airmen quarter for that last one there. But we don't know what the mintage is. I would say it's probably that 2 million, very close to what this one is. But crazy enough, June 14th of 2021, and here's where things begin to get kind of like zany. A Mid-State 69 example sold on eBay June of last year for $3,295. say you guys see kind of like that potential, the prospect for flipping these. They seem to be commanding a whole ton more money in the market than the P&D mints of the same grade. P&D mints, I'm not even sure you could even achieve a 69 because the S mints were a little bit more quality controlled. So a lot of the coins, a lot of those examples are going to be in much better shape. For example, October 25th of 2020, there was a Marsh Billings Rockefeller, which was the last release for 2020 S Mint, Mint State 68 PCGS graded, that sold for $1,100. But you also got to take into consideration that's a mintage of 2 million. Did it drop quite a bit for Tuskegee Airmen? And that's why that one lone singular Mint State 69 that sold for nearly $3,300 ended the way it did. It's a possibility. Kind of hard to say, but it's all speculative. But if you do come across these going through just rolls and they seem to be a little bit circulated or whatever, okay, that's fine. You still have a coin that's worth about $1, all right? But where the big money is people buying full rolls of these things, cracking them open and looking for the graded stuff. But at least, you know, you got all the information you needed to know about these S-Mint quarters. Are they going to have a ton of longevity? For the ATBs, probably not. Although I would just keep a close eye on the American Women's Series of quarters until we get confirmed mintages of those particular coins. Again, it's speculated to be right around 300,000, which makes them some of the most ridiculously rare coins that you could come across. Even though you could buy them directly from the mint, which they're all sold out, they are still quite scarce. So that's what I wanted to talk about. Thank you again for your guys' time. I'm your host, Sean, with Blue Ridge Silverhound. Hopefully you got a few takeaways from this video. Hope to see you next time on the next coin video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Almost forgot that. To my channel or this video if you haven't done so already. Would love to have you. And come check me out on TikTok at Blue Ridge Silverhound. Come on down. Follow me if you like the shorter form videos. We got a ton on there. All right. I'll see you guys later. Yeah, love you guys.